So there's a big cantilever. We love cantilevers. It's almost like a cliche of OMA, but making this kind of column-free space. And the courtyard in between. So you can see the juxtaposition of new and old. This is the ground floor plan. Basically, this is a space that is flexible enough for them to actually use for many events. What's interesting about the museum in Canada is that it's different from the United States, where it's almost 100% privately funded. In Canada, you have to raise half of your running budget yourself. So basically, they often use the building almost like an event space. So this is a kind of grand hall that we designed with column-free space where you can even have wedding and so on. The circulation is attached on one side, also creating a kind of sequence of different programs attached to the circulation. This is one of the atrium that has kind of one moment of very expressive curves. The rest is quite standard. And also the stair that comes out to the woods, to the park side, out of the building. This is still it's a very cold place. Also in Miami Beach, we are working with Alan Faena. He's a kind of ex-fashion designer turned into a very successful developer in Buenos Aires. He came to Miami Beach to do a similar development that he had done in Buenos Aires, which is to really revitalize the area that was not really vibrant before. So he renovated the existing hotel with Buzz Luhrmann, the film director, and made a condominium tower with Norman Foster. We are doing 3 buildings across the street on the creek side. This is the beach side. In order to claim the kind of center, because our program was cultural program, we deliberately made a kind of round shape to provide more public space around, but also, again, like symbolically claiming that it's the center of the entire complex. Also, we subdivided the one big site here into 2 volumes so that it becomes a kind of 4 smaller volumes rather than one big volume and 2 small ones. So this is how we proceed. So one is a cube, one is a cylinder that is attached. And this is a plan. One is a cylinder and a cube, which you can use as one big space. And this is a section. So the cylinder side has a dome. So the juxtaposition of very classical typology and a more modern typology next to each other, which you can use as one big space, as I said. A concert of about 1,000 people, or you can actually divide the 2 spaces into 2 different spaces that you can do simultaneous events with a very distinct space. So one is dome, and one is a typical black box theater. There's also a lobby, entry lobby, where you can actually do small events that mimics the dome on the reverse side. It's like a ball where you can actually do the events. So you can actually do 3 events simultaneously, and we think this is a kind of interesting typological evolution of art spaces where it's no longer just for the visual arts, but it has to cater many different types of art events. And also